Hi, 7th graders. We are on lesson 2-3, multiplying fractions. Our learning target is I can multiply positive and negative fractions. So if we are given the word problem, there was 2/5 of a cake left and Stacy ate 1/3 of it. What part of the full cake did she eat? So I know this doesn't look like a normal cake, but we're going to pretend it's a rectangular sheet cake. So there was 2/5 of the cake left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade the part that is gone. Oops. So all this is gone. So there's 2/5 left, because see how I divided it into 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2/5 are left. Okay? So if she ate 1/3 of this, okay, this is left, she's eating 1/3 of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually split all of this into thirds. Okay? So she ate 1/3 of it. So I'm going to put this on a normal size. And she actually, so here's our 2/5, remember, and I just broke it into thirds. So 1/3 would be all of this right here. Okay? Because we have 1, 2, 3, which I didn't make even, but it should be even. Okay? So if we look at this, what part of the full cake did she eat? So we can see that I ended up breaking my cake into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3. So I ended up breaking it up into 15 total pieces, even though this was already gone, if we imagine it as pieces. So she ended up eating 2 of the 15 pieces. So she ended up eating 2/15 of the cake. So really what we were trying to figure out was what is 1/3 of 2/5. Okay, so 1/3 of 2/5. Well, if you can remember, of is the same as times. So 1/3 of 2/5 is the same as 1/3 times 2/5. Okay, well, we can see that our answer was 2/15, and if we do 1 times 2, we get 2, and if we do 3 times 5, we get 15. So when we're multiplying by fractions, all we're doing is we're going numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Okay, so if we have 1/4 times 2/3, we go numerator times numerator, so 1 times 2, and then 4 times 3 is 12. And then we can simplify this because I can see that everything can both the numerator and the denominator can be divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So our answer, 1/4 times 2/3, equals 1/6. Try this one on your own really fast. And you should have come up with 12 over 45. I know they can both be divided by 3, so 12 divided by 3 is 4. 45 divided by 3 is 15. It can't be simplified any further. So 4/9 times 3/5 equals 4/15. So what happens if we have a mixed fraction? Well, we have 1/2 times 1 2/3. So our first step is to convert to improper fractions, or put whole numbers over 1, which we'll practice in a minute here. But we want to convert both of these to mixed fractions. To improper fractions, sorry. We cannot multiply until they are in improper fractions, and this is the biggest mistake that people make when they're multiplying fractions. So always, always, always change it to an improper fraction. So 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So we have 3 halves times 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 times 5 thirds. Okay? Then we can multiply across like we just did on the previous slide. So 3 times 5 is 15, 2 times 3 is 6. Okay? Then we can simplify, or we can convert to a mixed fraction and then simplify. So this can be done actually in either order. So I already, just looking at this, can see, well, I know that they both can be divided by 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So we have 5 halves. I know that 2 can go into 5 2 times. So 2 times 2 is 4, so that means I have 1 left over, and I keep my denominator. So it's 2.5. And I can check to make sure that that works. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, 5 halves. So my answer is 2.5. Okay, so we take our mixed number, convert it to an improper fraction, multiply it across, and then convert it back to a mixed fraction. Okay, if we have a whole number like this, we have 6 times 2/3, we always make it a fraction. So we have 6 over 1, because any whole number over 1 is just that number. So then I can multiply across, and I should have put it up a little bit. So I would go 6 times 2 is 12, and then 1 times 3 is 3. And here I can see, and I can look, and I can see, well, 12 divided by 3 is actually a whole number, so we end up with 4. So 6 times 2/3 equals 4. Okay, try this one. You should have put 4 over 1, and then you should have converted this to an improper fraction. So I'm going to rewrite this. 4 over 1 times 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. 8/5. 4 times 8 equals 32 over 5. Okay, I know 5 can go into 32 6 times, because 5 times 6 is 30, and then I know that there's 2 left over. So 32/5 is going to be the same as 6, and 2/5. And this is my answer, and it should go right there. All right, go on to NAICU, take lesson 2-3 quiz. The vocab words that you could fill in on your sheet that I discussed: numerator, denominator, and then we talked about mixed numbers and improper fractions. Numerator, remember, is the top of the fraction. Denominator is the bottom of the fraction. Mixed number is a whole number with a fraction. And an improper fraction is a fraction where the numerator is larger than the denominator. Okay? So you can use those definitions for your vocab words, but I also want you to include an example of each one.